What was Nsiki Mazwai saying? Because you sound like a good dad. You look like...
Come on, man. I mean, it's water under the bridge. It was an unfair, I think, indictment on my character as a person. I think, I'm not going to absolve myself and say that I was like without fault in that situation. But I think there was a way to approach it. And I think going forward, like if you've got people in your family and you care about them, you love them, there's a way of approaching it so that it's actually, it's part of the solution, not a thing where, because when you question, you can try and solve the same problem, but a different approach by maybe first of all, you can tell a person about what you disapprove about their actions without judging them, their character, you know? So, you know, so I think it's some of the things that I've learned. Because when you judge a person's character, they become defensive.
Exactly.
And therefore, you're no longer dealing with what you should be dealing with. It's like the men are trash thing.
Yes.
You know? I feel like now, a big part of the airtime is being taken by, no, but listen, I talk to my youngsters. The things that you're saying endorses you or rather justifies you to call us trash are not true. Men don't call each other out. Men abuse us like just in general. We're not. You know what I'm saying? We've got daughters. We were raised by mothers.
Exactly.
You know? And we're saying some of these boys were raised by mothers as well. So all of us as society have to take responsibility for this, because now if the conversation is being dominated by people defending their own character, instead of you saying, just to say some, instead of saying men are, you know, just to say some, and to have someone go on an hour-long argument about why, and I'm telling you, listen, this thing is a distraction to me. You know, let's go, because I'm with you, I'm your ally. But now you are, and I think it's rather unfortunate that at a time where the black man, this thing, oppression and white on black oppression, the sweet spot of weight lands, my man, is the black man. For centuries, it's been the black man. Now, at a time where we should be coming into our own as black people in the world, we're influencing culture, we're influencing 100%. So much, we're being attacked by the one most powerful energy in our lives, which is the black woman. Yeah. And it's so there's a time when we have to come together and say, fuck yeah, there's a pandemic out there of men killing women. But is the solution to paint everybody? Because what's happening is that, let me just maybe finish this thought. The thing is, what you're doing inadvertently is that you're hiding the rapists among us. And these are a minority. You are hiding them amongst us by us not. Why don't we say mang with our soul? So every time you know who you're speaking about, every time a girl comes on the line, she knows exactly who she's talking about.
But Stoan, it's not about us. See, right now, right now what's happening...
I understand that it's not about us, but I'm saying, Jorge, that is the intellectual argument. But the knee-jerk reaction to a normal person is this thing the sentiment that I'm giving you. And I'm saying to you, you will express this sentiment that you're about to express to me about, yes, it's not about us, there's a pandemic, so we should understand that if you are not that trash, you should understand they're not talking to you.
No, not that. I'm saying right now it's not about us. As women, men, children, white, black, we've got a pandemic, and these and women have been oppressed for so long. So we cannot dictate how they must tell us that we are trash. If it means that they must say we are all trash to get our attention, to bring light to the situation that they're facing, then so be it. So after that, after we've dealt with the situation...
I don't think, first of all, the people with the loudest voices represent the majority of women. One.
Okay.
Ne?
Okay.
Knowing where the majority of women, the demographic, where they live, where they come from, the kind of life that they're living, and whether they're on social networks or consuming media every day. One. Ne? And second of all, I think I can say, because the solution includes me. And I'm saying to you, Jorge, the way you're approaching this is a distraction. I understand you venting, but your venting doesn't necessarily mean that it is a solution to the problem. And right now, I'm about the solution.
So what do you say about a list? You're saying like they must come out and say, okay, this one is doing this one. There was a list that came out a few years back saying this one did this one did this one did this. Some of those people still have jobs.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, well, you know what? at the end of the day, I think it's a difficult situation to deal with, but the one recourse everyone has, and which is an equal platform, is the legal system.
Okay.
Wawan?
Yeah.
So, yes, a victim, whenever they feel ready to come out, even if it's after 10 years, should be allowed to do. The statute of limitations should be open. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it will serve you better to go there as soon as possible, to get the swabs, to get everything that needs to be done, so that there is an accumulation of evidence that there's a bigger chance of a conviction.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So this, I'm just saying, so the list, let's come back to the list. It then starts to serve, because of this unbending sentiment that is prevailing out there. It then becomes where anyone can use that list as well as anything. And if one person is falsely accused, it taints the whole vet, the whole well. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Because then the abusers can come back and say and point to that one case. Yeah. You know?
But
where
that's a minority.
It is a minority, but it just like it is a minority of men who are going around and murdering women. You know? But the problem is huge enough for all of us to deal with. Yeah. So if you are taking resources away, and what is there out there legally to deter the women that are doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because out there's consequences in terms of the law to deter the men as far as we can take it. You know? In terms of, if you've raped and you get convicted, you're going to jail. And actually, batlo gas spice nyana go jail because batlo oja.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, I feel, it does not, the person that needs to be talked to, the real person who's contributing to the current numbers that we're seeing in South Africa, the message, all this, he's living his day. He's abusing and sodomizing every day without ever that thing more affect. But whereas if I was part of your army, more isolated as a society, because that's what jail does. Jail as a system has isolated. It has slowly, because this thing of murderers and whatnot, it is a genetic character, it's a genetic trait, a type within our society. Murderers are a type of person in our society. And what we've done over the years using the jailing system is to weed that genetic line out of our system, because some of them go to jail and they can't procreate. They create more of themselves in our society. So over time, what you've seen is we've moved from the dark ages where people were killing each other willy-nilly, the medieval ages, and we've moved to a more age of Aquarius where we are more about the mind now. Now we're moving more in a thing where we're becoming more open, we're becoming aware of a plural community, and LGBTQI and everything else, because we are evolving as our ideas, the memes are spreading. The ideas, it starts with one person, because the third mind concept is that I can combine how I'm thinking. I can combine how I'm thinking with how you're thinking, and we can create a third, better entity through the highest levels of our thoughts. And I believe, why do you take me out of the solution and you're still saying I'm the solution? Who do you know in this life since Unamukana who has ever been shamed into a better version of themselves? Who? Come on, man. We need to do better, all of us, in this society. Not like a thing where people fold their hands, you all are trash. Do better. Are you gonna? Come on, bruh. Yeah. It's a project. It's a project for all of us together to put our hands together.
Hectic, man. All right, cool. Before, I want to play a game with you called Story Time. You and the wife, you good? You happy? All is well?
We're good, man. We're good. We've got tests, we've got valleys and hills, but, I'm sticking with it, man. My girl used to cry about the treatment I gave her, cried every night about the way that I played her, creep while she sleep instead of chasing the paper. Bebeza kopanke it's a favor. Inswarele my stinking behavior, fail to be around in the pains of labor. Waneso or major, so can change my flavor. I know what I got, so I'm sticking around. Hey! Never will I roam, far from home, we got a home, kesa kabomu, kesa Arabi phone. Let's build a happy home. Ritoledi loan. Compose a love poem, baby, straight off the dome. Love with a passion, baby, making you moan. A lady in the streets while the freak in the sheets. You make my life complete. You're the lyrics to a song with a never-ending beat. What?
Hey! The Godfather.
Hey, Reese, is that you, my dog? Wow, dog.
My man, this is a song called Song for Love that I did, I think, back in 2004. Yeah.
Wow.
It's about 17 years old, that verse.